Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a Manassas campaign for you. Our first round is going to be the Roulette Lane, followed up by Flemming's Meadow. Before we get into this, thank you to our YouTube members for the support. If you'd like the support, go beneath the video and hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Our regiments for today, representing the CSA side, you have 2 Corps, Sussy Brigade, 5th New Hampshire, 10th Tennessee, 12th Virginia, and the 30th North Carolina, whereas on the Union side, you got the Pennsylvania Army, 4th Rhode Island, Iron Brigade, I Corps, 3 Corps, and the Colquitt's Brigade. Server pop, as of now, it's currently 254. Union up by 6 right now. First Delaware balanced over from CSA to the Union side to help with balancing, so appreciate that. In terms of artillery, though, CSA doesn't have it, Union does, and they've taken 14. So our infantry in balance right now is 8 in favor of the Union side. Frontline reporters for today. Speaking of that artillery, we have Tactical Potato from the Jackson's Division rolling the guns. Usually don't get artillery frontline reporters, so it'll be nice to get a view on that side. And then our CSA side, we have Gamer from the 1st Texas or the Banners. Appreciate these guys so you can see what's going on the ground while also seeing what is going on in the sky. And if you're playing in this match, whether it be recording it or live streaming it, send me a link to that and I will put it in the pinned comment of the video. I keep saying comment section because I'm used to just saying comment section and not just pinned comment. But anyways, beyond all of that, we have Roulette Lane tonight. This map, as time has gone on, increased player pop has started to change from a heavily CSA biased map to a heavily Union biased map, including the player pop, the increased accuracy of the weapons, getting a decrease of 60%. Bullet spread at minimum is huge. And then also in an update 2 months ago, the developers gave the Union a 5% buff in tickets. So the CSA had a 44% ticket advantage. Now it's a 39% ticket advantage. Weapons on this map, Union Defense, they've got the 1st Delaware with the Enfield and the 14th Indiana with the Springfield 61. And the CSA side, on the other hand, they've got the 3rd Arkansas with the option of the Enfield and the Springfield 42. So buck and ball, shotgun. And then they have the 27th North Carolina with the option of the Springfield 55, the Enfield, but more importantly, the Springfield 42. So whole CSA team has the option of the shotguns. And generally how CSA like to play this map, they'll group up on this right side, this Union right, and they'll just try to hit this right side where it looks like the Union have destroyed the snake fence there. CSA will sometimes, instead of just charging straight in, will like to hold in this little defilade spot here and get into a shootout. That, though, as of late, every time I've seen it anyways, usually doesn't work for them in the long run. Alternatively, CSA will gather up behind the barn, and they'll just hit this Union center. Union's objective is very simple. You see this kind of L formation they have on the stone wall and then the snake fence? They just need to hold that defensive position. Simple as that. If CSA break through and are able to get a foothold on any defensive position, as shown a moment ago, it's pretty much game over for the Union side. So Union's got to play a good game. CSA just needs to break through once. And as of now, CSA is playing a very spread out approach. Holding on this far right side, you got the 5th New Hampshire. Cycling over to the center by the beehives here. Looks like you got 2 Corps. 6th LA in front, 5th VA on top of the beehives. Don't know how they're not dying to the bees, but on the far left side, in the more traditional position for the CSA, you got the 10th Tennessee, 12th Virginia, 30th North Carolina, and the Banners. Cycling over to the Union defense, you have I Corps holding the extreme right of the Union side with JD bringing the guns up. Looks like they wanted to destroy the fence so that they could roll them up here and get a better vantage point because, I mean, just looking at least from the position where some of these Union guns spawn, you kind of can't see the CSA in the woods. You kind of can, but it's a hard shot. These guns are probably going to be focused on the center if CSA do decide to push up there. Rest of the Union line, though, following from where I Corps was, looks like you got Iron Brigade here. With their 2nd Wisconsin friendlies mixed in with the 15th Alabama, who's a part of 3 Corps. Going down to the Stonewall, though, looks like you got Mississippi Brigade, Jackson's Division. And then the extreme left looks like you got CQB, 1st Delaware, and more 1st Delaware. So it's intriguing to see CSA kind of start this round off with a more shooting tactic. Again, you normally don't. You see the CSA just group up and charge on this side where we're looking at right now. And a reason they could be doing this is because the few times I've seen this map being played, and it happened the last time, I think in this event too, when we played this map. At least I think so, one of the previous times. The CSA side, they just sat back, kind of like they're doing right now, just got into a shootout with the Union, and it worked. Now, I don't entirely remember the original positions where CSA was for that event, but we'll see if it works. I mean, so far, Union's slightly up on tickets. Again, only a slight amount. So, CSA looks like they're now starting to move up. Can this gun see? Ooh, that's... Oh, man. Please hit. Canister there. Looks like it got about 6 people there. But CSA out of the woods moving up into this defilated position here. Starting to get a shootout. Union, if they want to respond, can send a group over here to flank, but if they do send that forward, 2 Corps could obviously push in right away. I think it's important to note, too, the officers for this event, they don't have a Steam chat, so all the communication that's done in-game has to be done through voice activity or the text chat system, which the text chat is, it's something that not a lot of other events do. They either just do the Steam chat or they do only talking to game. They don't do a mix, and this is kind of a mix of using that text chat. So CSA have pushed up. They are down on tickets right now, almost getting to about a fourth of a stage in this shootout. So even the shootout, which I just mentioned was at least working last time, not really working this time. Which I don't remember how long ago that was and before what update. Can't wait for this gun to shoot again. Oh, he's getting... Oh, the guy died. Man. Surely another artilleryman will run up and pull that pin. Oh my god, it wasn't even loaded. Okay. Never mind then. 2 Corps pushing up center as well. Yeah, it's 6 LA. Not a flag with them, so it looks like they're just... I mean, if CSA is taking the buck and ball, which I don't entirely remember what the 42 looks like. I don't remember. Sevi was telling me from IVB what it was, but it was a while ago. Looks like 5th NC over here as well, popping shots from there. CSA is not keeping their flags up with their men. They want to try to preserve them. If CSA does get shot off, they don't want Union charging down and getting their flags down. Those mobile respawns. So, I mean, CSA, they're going to have 2 or 3 in the woods here. Looks like they just have 2.
Oh, it's bad.
All we have to do is sing the song of our people.
And then 2 Corps keeping their flag back. So a very conservative attack here from the CSA side. Tickets slightly, I mean, Union's still slightly ahead. And CSA just wants to keep doing this.
I'm okay. They killed like 5 guys there.
It makes sense why they're not bringing up their flags. I mean, they're not doing terrible on tickets. As an attacker, you can afford to be down on tickets. Just because of how the final stages work. Like, if you're keeping things even as an attacker, you're doing phenomenal. Because of how the final stages work. Final stage for attackers is final push. Drops the black timer to a couple minutes if you're not already past that point. And you still have infinite spawns at that point. You keep spawning in. Defenders, on the other hand, they hit last stand. And that's no more respawns for them. So... that's a big difference, right? One side can keep spawning guys in, the other side can't. Sure, there's a limited time, but being able to spawn in guys is huge. So, generally as a defender, you want to be up by a third to a half of morale stage by the time you get to the end of the round, just so you can have some sort of buffer. And it looks like they're almost at that buffer range at this current moment. As CSA falls back into the woods, it does look like 10th Tennessee...
Keep it hot, Tennessee. Hot their asses up, Tent.
just piping shots in the general direction. The shootout's not working. I mean, it's bringing down Union tickets, but CSA, the difference, the gap between each side is not what you would want if you're CSA, so they probably got to rethink of something here. Obviously going to take longer than what you would maybe want, just because the officers don't have instant communication with each other. But first Delaware guys are just shooting off at the 5th New Hampshire, and they fall back.
Hawking, can we try and chug it?
So CSA almost going to go down to engaged in a second. It'll be intriguing to see when they want to charge. Because if I were CSA, I would be thinking of something else, or at least trying to reposition, get in a better spot.
Independent fire on those paving.
But I mean, we'll see. We'll see where Union's at by time CSA gets through engage a little bit. The weird thing, the bars are longer than what we see. And so CSA, it looks like they should be hitting engaged any second now, but it's going to take them a minute to do that. And as this happens, CSA is making another push up. 12th VA, 30th North Carolina. Looks like you got banners following suit, and it looks like they want to keep up the shooting pressure. Which, I mean, generally as an attacker, if you're trying to keep a consistent pace throughout the whole round, you need to hit the defenders down to engage by the 30-minute mark. CSA is doing that. No issue there. It's just more they're losing too much. Too much. Looks like, unlike last time, though, they are bringing up their flags. They want to keep more of a firepower. And it's the thing, with the 5-second respawns of these flags, people are spawning back in really fast. And if you don't bring your flags up here, sure, you have guys trickling out, but on average, you're going to have less shots going off per minute, most likely. And so you eventually get shot out there, which is what we saw last time, but it could still happen this time, but it'll be maybe a little longer of a decline. So CSA finally dropping to engaged. Maybe CSA could start working this back. We'll see. I mean, 2-core, they're still kind of sitting back. If you ask Killer from the A&V about this, he was doing a broadcast of Roulette Lane, which if you look up the Roulette Lane playlist that we have on this channel, you can see all the Roulette Lane matches ever recorded on this channel. Should be right anyways, but Killer was commentating one, and the whole CSA team was like grouping over here to charge, and the Shenandoah regulars were over here. Nice guys, Togray and them. And Togray asked someone to join them in counter battery with their rifles. It was the most glorious thing ever. You know, you've heard counter battery, like artillery shooting the opponent's artillery to try to, you know, flip over a cannon, kill a couple guys. I think it's a waste of manpower, but I've never seen infantry do that from a distance, so.
These are the free shots since my dad left, dude. Keep it up, bud.
Canister just ripped right through that, and this CSA group is getting shot down, so the flag's not really making a difference at all. So real good shots from the Union side. I mean, you can already tell CSA is dropping through this engaged stage. And they're going to have to fall back again.
Law enforcement needs to get aggressive next time.
And speaking of that barn force, looks like it's the 5th NC here.
Good shit, boys. Good shit, boys.
There, the run's running out, taking shots, and falling back. The issue, though, is you heard Zap there saying that the barn group needs to be more aggressive. There's so many Union guys on that line that I don't think it really matters, right? Because even if the 5th NC guys charge in and do a little bit of a distraction, right? If that distraction, just because there's so few of them, at least compared to the numbers on the Union team, it's just not going to last a long period of time. So, I mean, it's a rough situation for CSA. And, I mean, if these guys do charge in, like, the whole CSA team needs to charge in. You're not going to win a charge on the Union defense if you just charge in on your own. But Union hits engaged. Union's, as of now, looks like they're up by a third of a stage. It's probably going to increase just because, again, bar's longer than what we see. At least it feels like that anyways. They're watching so many of these War of Rights matches. Union already looks to get a nice little shot there. Good amount.
God damn! That wiped us the fuck out.
Yeah, they better hit the shots if you've been sitting here the whole time.
That was a good shot by there on their part.
Alright, yeah, CSA's got to change something up. This isn't working. I mean, we'll see what they do next. If they go out into the wood line again, or out of the woods and try to do a defilade shoot, but I mean, they are using the text chat system, which maybe we can see. Scott Gamer talking about Little Mac was a moron. We're just talking about officers. Surely they will.
Stone wall. Ready now. Fire, Eddie, ready.
Dang, Union, a couple nice shots there.
Bayonet at the ditch.
Make sure your deal is all we're loading.
CSA, based on the take off the bayonets, they still intend to keep doing what they're doing. They're down almost half morale stage now. They got to do something else. I mean, the thing is, though, right, is they could charge in. Charging does about this as well, really. And I mean, as long that's a thing with some of these maps, like Eastwood Skirmish in this map. As long as defenders stay together and they bounce off of each other and respond as quick as they can, I mean, usually the defenders can do a pretty good job. And as long as they don't do something stupid, they should win the map. Not firing the gun, interesting. I mean, can we hear anything that they're yapping about? I mean, they've continued the firefight from the woods.
You got a goddamn fucking shark brain, dude.
Shooting everything our way, and it's a weaker,
This is
small
one
unit.
thing. If I move
We need to
around the
focus our
pond, too, they
fire
might
at
not
the
see
bottom
it.
of the hill. On the
Yeah,
right
that's what I'm
side.
saying. Zoo, Zep, you should help Archer lay more shots, and I'll keep them distracted here. See what I'm saying? 30?
Let's keep the fire.
If I reorient the attack, is what he proposed. I shift our force over to help Archer, second force. Huh?
Shift it to the right to help Archer fire on the corner, the bottom of the hill.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. Yep, or the top of the hill.
Do that.
We'll keep him here.
So, I don't know. I think that picked up fine. What are they doing back here? Tennessee, this is a new spot to be shooting from. And I mean, hey, you know, they're at least trying to adjust where they're at. They're still sticking with it. They believe in the shooting. I mean, like I said, it's worked before. But, you know, they're still sticking with it, and it looks like they're just trying to go to new positions. So, you know, I can at least appreciate that. That they're not just staying in the same spot. So, we'll see what they do. You heard, looks like Banner's guys are going to start shifting over to 2-core potentially to get more shots. Because, I mean, 2-core is moving as well. But, I mean, the more they go left, I guess they're shooting at a snake fence. But, I mean, just imagine if you're in the orchard here. Like, look at that angle. Which I'm surprised we don't see a force from the CSA side just sit in the orchard and shoot this way. Oh boy, little incursion over here.
Come here, y'all look pretty when you die.
Oh, that would suck.
Watch your timers.
Watch him run, boys. Shoot him down.
Pull. Pull.
I was playing for summer camp in Boy Scouts. This was a while ago. I was playing Gaga Ball. If you don't know what it is, it's like an 8-sided shape. I forgot what it's called, but essentially there's a ball in it. Everyone hops in. And you're trying to whack the ball and hit someone below the knees with the ball. If you hit them, they gotta hop out. Anyways, the shape, the outside structure thing, whatever, was made like this, and someone sat on top and wrapped their leg through that, and they fell over. It was something. It was something indeed. Don't do that. Don't wrap your leg in that. Anyways, just random thought, but banners have shifted over where 2-core is. It looks like you do have some more CSA shifting this way. 5th NC is as well. And, I mean, ticket gap still is about 1/3 of a stage.
Hello. There he is. I found your command post, Archer.
Yo, yep.
Hey,
What's
so
good?
we reoriented our force to reinforce your right flank as the left
Okay.
is potentially
Yeah, I know it's
untenable.
kind of a mess.
Yeah. Now,
So what are they thinking?
if I move up through that orchard, I can get flanking fire on that snake fence, yeah?
Yeah, on the far right.
Yeah.
Keep it hot. Keep it hot, you fucks.
I mean, I don't mind spreading them out a little bit. Rest in peace.
That's awesome. That's actually awesome.
Is that a cannonball?
That was a cannonball star.
Oh my god.
It should have hit on the. There it is.
Through the orchard now?
That's awesome. Cannonballs can go through houses. Who would have thought? Alright. But, anyways, it looks like they're doing what they should. They need to have someone in this orchard. Whether it be over here on the snake fence, because, I mean, even at this angle, it's kind of hard to see through the orchard itself, but you're still getting great flanking shots on the Union line up here. You got the 4th Rhode Island guys over here, 1st Delaware over there as well. 5th New Hampshire guys are just skirmishing off with them at a distance. It looks like they're starting to... Are they going to move out this way, or...
Roger.
500.
Roger.
We're ready.
Check already.
Ready.
I don't think they're using 42s. No shot. You got the scope. Not the scope.
Hold and hold.
Oh, what's it called? I never used it, and that's why.
Yeah, you can see them right there.
The sights, changing the sight range. I've never used that before. I know they changed the mechanic, at least since I played in 2020, like where you can use the scroll wheel to change your sights or whatever. Most fighting within War of Rights is within 100 range, which is what those sights are originally set to at least to my understanding. So there's no huge need to change those. But anyways, random tangent. You can if you want, but at least from when I've played, I've never had to do that. There's no really need to.
Checks when ready.
Anyways, with the 42s, it doesn't look like they're taking them. I forgot if it's the... What is it?
Prepare.
I think it's like this little thing right there, like the sight. Oh!
Oh my lord in heaven.
Nice shot. It's like the little sight on there, I think. Man. I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna look up the Springfield 42. That might be a little helpful. I looked up 42's weapons Springfield and it showed me a pistol. There we go. Oh no, I was wrong about that. Okay. This is why I just stick to talking about strategy and War of Rights. I need to learn a little more about this. I don't know the specifics. I can tell you general stuff, but... I would assume, very much so, that if the CSA strategy was to shoot this out, they wouldn't take the 42s. Alright.
Nice.
So, CSA first to go with the taking losses. Union looks fairly close, though, to that as well. Alright, so just asked someone was told they're switching between if they're using 42s or not based on the range. So I can assume that the guys back here are not using the 42s, which fair enough.
Here,
Yeah, it's done.
we can do it together.
Smack my ass, Zeb.
Fill the line with the battery.
I'll be intrigued to see when the Union side drops into taking losses, because if they drop relatively, it looks maybe this ticket gap has closed up a little bit, which good news for CSA.
Where are they getting this act?
And Union drops as well. So, I mean, it doesn't feel like it's a half morale stage difference, which was before, so these switcheroos for the CSA side seem to be working. I mean, obviously, the notable adjustment is CSA's not in a really exposed position right now. They've hidden themselves back in the woods over here, and if they are open, they are really far away. So, I mean, they hit Union into taking losses around the 20-minute mark, which is when you need to do that, at least if you want to try to keep a consistent pace with the tickets. So,
Right, south, southwest.
Independent, right, south side. Independent, right, south side. Right, south side. Independent.
Aim at that clump south, boys.
Good job, Wade.
Wading through the dead.
You know, usually I like aggression and like charging, but you know, the attacking strategy is always interesting. And I mean, attackers are committing to the shootout, which normally I like charging, being aggressive. I know some of the groups on CSA side do as well, but it's fascinating. I mean, just the micro adjustments that you're seeing from CSA for how they want to take this shootout. It's interesting. They've tried something and they keep adapting. Sure, they keep the general idea, their plan in hand, but you know, they're doing micro adjustments, and the micro adjustments are helping them out. Union, I mean, outside of maybe sending more guys down to the stone wall, sending guys in different positions or just falling back a little bit. I mean, Union can't make too many micro adjustments, which it actually looks like, at least compared to the beginning, Union's moving more of their guys down to the stone wall, which, you know, I think is a good move from Union, considering you saw CSA move a lot of their forces over to the house there. Anyways, CSA has a little bit of shifting 5th and C, which it's a lot harder to hit this flank on the stone wall just because there's that visual cover of the bush, and the fence could maybe block a pellet or so, but if you're shooting 42s, it might block your bullet. But, I mean, you could still shoot down the flank of the stone wall. It's an interesting game to play. Like, probably a bad idea for CSA, but I almost wonder what would happen if they came out in the death lane here and just shot at the guys on the stone wall. It'd be interesting. I don't know how well they could position out here, because obviously holding here did not work for them. I wonder if they could hold further back, though. I don't know. Probably not. Doesn't look like it. So, tickets actually look fairly even now, so CSA is starting to catch back up, which I think it'll be interesting to see at the end of this match how many skirmishing and out-of-line deaths the Union had, because, you know, when you're stagnant in defensive position like this, there should be no reason why you're dying other than in formation. For those of you watching who are like, what is that? So, depending on where you're at, when you die, you lose a certain number of tickets for your team. This is to help encourage teamwork. So, if you're standing up by everyone like most of these people are, you will die and lose 1 ticket for your team in formation. If you are crouching by a bunch of people, like these guys here crouching, or you're around 3 people, 2 to 3 other people, I think you're in skirmishing. And if you die in skirmishing, that's 3 tickets lost. And then if you're all by yourself, you're out of line, and that is 5 tickets lost. Now, I don't like crouching here at all from the Union side. Sure, they might be getting a tad bit more cover, especially a visual cover, but if they get hit, they lose 3 times the amount of tickets lost. I don't think it's worth it, especially because reload time is a couple more seconds, which isn't the worst thing in the world. I just got a DM. How... I think it's someone playing on the Union side. How the heck are the CSA winning this? And, I mean, that's huge props to CSA, right? I was saying maybe change it up in charging, but they changed it up in a different way, and it's working well for them. The Union cannot be crouching, though. They cannot be by themselves either, outside of the exception of maybe the arty guys up here. But this Union line's slowly crushing down to that stone wall. So, really well done from CSA side.
Spread it out. Spread it out. Peace and valleys. Keep up the fire into that wood line. You're aiming at their shoulders.
Somebody pick up this flag!
Flag down. Get the flag up.
Pick this flag up! Sorry, sir. Not trying to...
And I mean, CSA, I mean, the 2 places they were most exposed, they've left it. Obviously, the point there, I mean, 2 Corps was up here as well, but they've obviously pushed more towards this house here.
Breaking the glass.
I got him! I got him! Got me one.
I haven't got paid in the last 5 months!
Nice.
Load and hold, 1st Battalion. Load and hold.
I'm gonna hide behind this tree.
I'm giving Joe shrimp a 1-star Yulu now.
Take it low.
Flags to barn, push at 1,400. Okay. Well, 10 seconds, so we're going to see a CSA charge here. I'm surprised they're not continuing to do it. They do have a lead in tickets for the first time tonight. We'll see how they want to play this, though. I mean, time is maybe becoming an issue for the CSA side right now. And so they need to drop Union tickets. And sure, CSA might lose more tickets out of this. But again, right, they need to drop Union tickets. And this is how you do it. Union are running up to the top of the hill, seeing CSA move out. But this might leave an open window for CSA on the bottom. So CSA is, at least on the bottom here, contending things a little bit. Not so much up top, but it did provide a distraction. CSA just needs to get those flags. I don't know why they're running for it. Gypsy wants them, though. Anyways, circle back. CSA is getting a foothold. Tickets are evening out here, but they're bringing everyone down. This is a huge charge for CSA. And they actually are winning on point right now. Union is going to start collapsing down to the hill here.
Come on. They're charging really hard. Should we pull back?
20 on flag.
Brace it up! Brace the wall!
Yeah, run, boy, come here.
You running cowards! Come here!
I'll stab you before you stab me. That's an ugly shirt. Oh, you missed, you bad. You missed. Oh, and you're dead. You missed.
That's such a good charge from CSA. Obviously, they have a very slight ticket lead, which is a good thing for them. But larger scale things, I mean, they knocked... No, both sides lost like a third to a half morale stage there, which is really good for time. Because if CSA at this point, right, if CSA wants to keep the shootout, they want to keep the shootout going, they can, right? So, really good charge from their part. CSA charging out of the woods there. 12th VA, 30th North Carolina, no, they were there. I don't know if 10th Tennessee... It looks like 10th Tennessee charged center, but... Yeah, they provided a lot of distraction. A lot of Union went up top, and it allowed CSA to get a little bit of a foothold here. So, both sides going into breaking very shortly. Again, CSA is keeping the tickets even, which is really where you want it. And, I mean, what's our pop right now? We're at 270. Union's up by 10 initially, but when you consider artillery into the inbounds, CSA is up by 4. But that's the big thing too, right? Is normally CSA like to charge on this map, whether it be charging over here or charging through the center. Artillery is really pivotal in those moments because if CSA only charge one of two areas, right, they just got to line up those shots and they can hit them. Whereas CSA, outside of the charge we just saw, hasn't done it. So that artillery hasn't been most effective. Now, they've hit good shots, don't get me wrong, but artillery is best used holding off those charges. So, and you almost have to ask yourself, now obviously this is 270. Who knows if this works on probably 300, but 350, 400, who knows if this works. But out on the map that has become very difficult for the CSA to charge on, you almost wonder if the CSA should start doing a strategy like this on this map. And it'd be really cool to see more meta evolutions. Union actually slightly up on tickets to CSA at breaking first, but they're still very even. Because the cool part about at least playing this game for a long period of time is that metas change, but they change very slowly. And obviously that's partly due to just the not a whole lot of updates that this game gets. Very, very small developer team. They don't really talk about what they're working on either, which is really unfortunate, but that's a different conversation. And the updates that we do normally get, at least over the past couple of years, have been optimization focused and just making the game look better, which there's been a lot less bug issues. Over the past couple of years, the game looks and works phenomenal, even on 400, 500 players. So, but we got a couple of 12th, 30th North Carolina guys with the 5th NH guys, but CSA's gone back to the shootout. This isn't surprising. They got 9 minutes. Plenty of time left on the clock. But it is kind of getting a little close.
Oh, he got 10 killed, didn't you hear?
Oh, really? You can shoot through the haystack.
But anyways, back to the original point. Took a little gap there. I was trying to... I was talking about a moment ago. But the meta's slowly changed for those reasons mentioned a moment ago. Lack of updates, and then when we do get those updates, they generally don't touch the meta. But Auto and Sheriff, I think, has been... At least that map sticks out to me a lot in terms of meta changes. Because... it originally used to be everyone just sat back and shouted out like this. Eventually, Union would charge the right side of the map, break through. Eventually, Union charged up center and held the houses. Then the devs made it where you couldn't spawn people in with flags in houses. So then Union had to stop doing that. They went back to the old just charge down the right. And now they charge down the left or just sit back and shoot it out. I mean, the meta's changed. This map really hasn't changed a whole lot in its meta just because it's been so heavily biased towards the CSA side. Again, most of the time, the strategy for the past 5 years has always been CSA charges far left or the center. There really hasn't been much meta change for this map. And, I mean, maybe we're seeing it with this. But the question is, a shootout will never deal enough ticket loss to an opposing side to knock them down to their final stage. I mean, look at... I mean, even at this current pace that CSA is going at right now, I don't know if they're going to hit the Union in the last stand. And this is on top of doing a big charge early on. Now, obviously, CSA didn't have the most optimized positions at the beginning of the round, but they adjusted, and it seems like CSA has kind of found those positions where they can deal the most amount of damage. Which, maybe if they did that off the rip, Union would be down to the last stand sooner. Who knows? But I'm going to guess, obviously, CSA is going to have to charge into the point, but...
Holy shit.
Based on
That was an amazing hit.
the limited time, CSA is probably going to have to charge 1 or 2 more times. At a minimum 1, so 2. Yeah.
Some bitch shot at me.
Look at that arty view. Are they going to fire that shot? I really want to... Oh. I don't know what the front line... I don't know what they're saying. Alright, looks like they're holding their shots for a CSA charge. They probably know a CSA charge is coming soon. And it is. 5:30 is the time. We'll say, those frontline reporter views, I can hear the audio of them, but I have them turned down so I can hear my main game's audio. I think understandably. And... wish I could know what those officers are saying there, but they're probably holding their shots. Never mind. I'm gonna stop talking. I mean, at least this gun. Are they gonna fire it? They're not going to. Alright. CSA is going to charge. Looks like they are kind of spread out. Not a whole lot of force over here, but it looks like the CSA left is pushing out first. Maybe going to try to draw Union up to the top of the hill. CSA starting to shift behind the barn here too. Banners heading that way. 30th North Carolina is just going straight in though.
All lined up on the snake bed.
This charge is very spread out from CSA. Not a whole lot of Union moving up to the top of the hill.
It's all over, lawbreaker.
Take a step off the wall. That's a
Actually, it looks like 30th North Carolina, 10th Tennessee heading center, trying to be maybe a distraction here while the rest of the CSA tries to join up top. But again, they're going a little spread out. That might be enough. CSA bringing flags with them, trying to hold the ground. With no reinforcements for Union moving up top, really, CSA has an opportunity to get a foothold, which Union is starting to shift guys up top from the stone wall. Oh boy.
Let's go, let's go. Kill. Fuck you. Fuck you, son of a... Down the hill. Come at me.
And Union reinforcements slam in there relatively quickly. You know, obviously it would have maybe been nice if they were there sooner, but alas, it's not the case. 2 flags go down for CSA there. However, both sides are very close to their final stages. So overall, a good defense from the Union side. They swept up one side and then came up and cleaned the other. And, you know, that's a good defense right there. It looked concerning for a moment, though. You know, because sometimes you'll see it where CSA will do what they just did and the Union will just sit down there and let CSA form up. And, you know, props to Union for not doing that. 3.5 minutes left. Final push timer is probably higher than where we're at right now, so the clock will probably not drop. The clock will drop to the amount of time it takes for the attacking side to get from their main spawn all the way to the point 2 times without getting their bayonets and reloads. So it probably takes a little more than 3 minutes. Maybe not. I don't know. But CSA is going to hit final push. Union has slightly more tickets. This is going to be a real close match. 3 minutes, it doesn't feel like a lot considering, you know, the matches are 45 minutes. But 3 minutes can be a long time because the defenders just need more bodies on point when the clock hits 0. If they do that, they win the game. If they do that any point after the clock hits 0, if the attackers force an overtime, they will also win the game. So, 10 seconds till they're going to charge in again. Look, just zooming out briefly, CSA, they got most of their forces grouped up. Union already, if they just charge straight in, Union already, this is their time to shine. They're going to go in 2 minutes left. Looking at the Union defensive line, most are kind of hugged down here. You've seen this pop out for a while, but it's a nice flank here from Icorn, 15th Alabama, if they do charge down the road. CSA's popping. Oh, Artie, you got to hit that. But one does knock CSA to final push. Clock did not drop. Union's almost in last stand. I-Corps, 15th Alabama, push down the road. Here we go. CSA's charging this center-right-ish side. Last stand. Union needs to wipe CSA flags if they brought them forward. Union counter-charging in because they need to get those flags. Which, I mean, you have the 2 CSA flags down on top already. 2 more have pushed up. Union needs to counter-charge them out. The only way Union wins is by getting flags down. Almost there.
We need to fall back. We need to fall back. Other flag.
We gotta hold it. We have 40 seconds. Keep killing them. Their last stand. Kill the Rambos and hold, boys.
Which, if a guy was dead, he spawns in. You know, you got a good amount of Union here. CSA trickling in. CSA are keeping the flags up somehow.
Come on. Keep the flags up. We're right here. Keep them up. Rambo coming in. Kill the Rambos. Keep the flags up, lads. Come on. Keep them up.
Union guys, at least that last respawn wave, some are going up and over trying to get the flags. You got to get these flags down. 10 seconds. CSA needs more bodies on point to force an overtime on the clock at 0. And Union's going to take the field. Wow. Nice shot, Union, already. Alright, so, I mean, sure, CSA had those 2 flags up. Union took a while to get them down, but, I mean, there was only 2 flags. Half of them were down on top of the hill already, the other 2. That's huge for CSA. But Union pulls this out in the end. Really well done on Union's part. I mean, they didn't do a whole lot, to be fair. It's not like they could do a whole lot. It was just a big shootout for the whole round, which it is what it is. CSA, I really liked how they played the round. But I do think that if they run this map back again, they know the positions that works well for dealing a good ticket loss to the Union side. And maybe if they start off with that, this round's completely different, right? Especially because CSA worked back a half morale stage difference at one point, back to even. And obviously the charges, as from what we've seen in the past and what we've seen with this, have slightly favored Union. But yeah, really good job from Union, especially at the end holding there. They wiped 2 flags, and you wonder maybe if CSA should have brought those flags up to the top of the hill. Regardless, good fight. We'll see you all shortly for round number 2. And here we are to start our second round, and already artillery is hitting the CSA line. That was pretty fast. Anyways, server pop right now, it is currently 260. Union right now up by 8. And looking at the artillery, the CSA side, they've got 7. The Union has 11. 7, 11. So, with that all being said, our infantry in balance is 4 now in the Union's favor. Frontline reporter change here. We got Zoo here from the banners as well, 5th Florida. And so we appreciate his help with that. Also appreciate Gamer doing last round as well. So with that out of the way, we don't necessarily know the ticket and balance of this map. However, we do know in the update 2 months ago, the developers gave the defender side a 7.5% in tickets. Now, last week, like a week ago, maybe even half a week ago, I would have told you that this change was insane. The defenders win this map almost every time. When this map first came out last December, which it's wild thinking we've had these maps for over half a year at this point, but CSA initially would set their defensive line up here on the snake fence, and the Union won the map easily. CSA changed their strategy. They adapted to the ever-changing battlefield and set up their defensive line now alongside this hill that they have, which is alongside point in the center here. This hill here provides an awesome defilade that the CSA team can use, and they're spreading themselves out to cover essentially the entirety of the map. Now, Union has generally liked to push up either center, but more of late gone left side. And the reason why I would have said this change is crazy is because CSA is dominated, right? Why would they give the defenders more tickets? Back to the original note. But then during SSL, Union side just broke right through this, collapsed in, and wrecked the center. It was wild. However, besides all that, Union's going this right side. Now, the issue for Union is they can't go too far in the woods here because it is out of bounds. But you have 30 seconds to run out of bounds. So if the Union side wanted to run out of the bounds for, 20-some seconds, they could try to hit the flank here and then push down the hill this way. That's a long, convoluted, sorry if a little confusing, intro of Flemming's Meadow. But CSA, most of their team has adjusted. I don't know who this is, and I don't know what they're doing. 30th NC, what are you guys doing?
Oh, that's a lot of...
I don't think they realize how many Union guys were here, which Union's ignoring them. I mean, Union is slightly in bounds, slightly out of bounds. Kind of doing what I just mentioned. I mentioned this a while ago. Like, Union could try to run out of bounds. This is a beautiful chance to flank the whole CSA team. Here they go. If Union can get a foothold here, I mean, they can flank the whole defilade position, but the whole CSA team has arrived, and they're now starting to go in. And it looks like that Union wave got pushed back. 2 flags down. Half the Union team, though, I don't know if this is just respawns or they stayed back, but Union got slaughtered pretty badly. Maybe this idea isn't that great in the end. It's not a bad idea, though. I can appreciate it. Or rather, maybe the hypothesis I mentioned was wrong. It's a fair idea, though, right? I mean, the issue is you're out of bounds, but if you can get a setup here on this side, you can flank the entirety of the CSA line, which is what you could do on the opposite side of the hill as well. But Union charge gets held. They did pick up all their flags, and they're starting to respawn everyone back on this side. Now, this is something we've seen twice. Once done on Garland Stand, once done on Eastwood Skirmish. Just, again, a random thought. It maybe couldn't work, but, it's something else to try. Is you charge everyone down one side and you bring your flags down the other. Pull the whole defensive team into where your team's charging, but then have everyone else spawning in on the other side of the map. And especially on this map, because of just how wide open or how wide it is. It is kind of an open map though, which might make the defenders realize what's going on if they don't see any flags with the charging group. But anyways, Union side looks like a good amount spawned main. Those flags were down for a little bit of time, and so these Union guys probably thought they were going to stay down, so they spawned main. We'll be back up in a little bit, but the Union group that has survived is starting to shift towards the center to get into a shootout with the CSA side, who for the most part has returned to their initial defensive positions. You know, I usually choose the attacker so we don't get this pop-up, but CSA is harassing the Arty, so we'll just switch sides. That pop-up is the one of the only pop-ups you can't remove in the game. It's really weird. 5th VA and 5th NH guys here have taken the Union guns out, which they need to turn around there, Django. And holy crap. Yeah, the tickets. Oh my goodness. Down about a half of a stage right now. That is a that's not the start you would want. I can really appreciate them going down that right side though. Haven't seen that in a long time, just because you do have to go out of bounds to get there. But Union, you know, they have the snake fence position, but CSC's got that definitely. They're in a much stronger position. CQB starting to shift their line, spread themselves out a little more. And we'll see what the other half of this Union wave does. It looks like they are starting to push up. Now you got banners pushing in. I don't think they realize the Union team's here. They're going to get wiped. Oh, no.
Oh, you're dead, you dirty CSA.
So those are tickets the Union side's going to appreciate. I don't think they realized how many Union they were running into. 5th NC's pushing up as well.
On the right, in the gap on the right, gap on the right west. Gap on the right west.
West, yep.
I don't know why banners and 5th NC are pushing out like this. There's no real need to. Maybe they thought they could flank the Union in the center, but you're defending. Just sit back in your defensive positions. They do have a huge ticket lead, but you know, there's no need to give Union the window to get it back. So 5th NC pulled back, but most of their guys got completely shot down. Union's grouped up, but if Union wants to make a move, they need to move quick. You can see CSA is already reacting here. Looks like they have guys going out wide for a flank, but 10th Tennessee, first CSA group to get back to this position, and Union should not get into a shootout right in the center there. They are wide open. Looks like they're getting a couple good shots though on CSA. CSA is charging a lot of guys at this Arty. I can understand like 5th New Hampshire and 5th VA, but why is 30th North Carolina heading over here? I thought maybe they would have gone down the snake fence a little bit. I mean, being in the snake fence here and shooting here would be absolutely beautiful, but huh. Union line kind of shifting in the open. Ticket gap about a third of a stage, so maybe slightly improving for Union here. But I don't know why they haven't pushed forward. Those banners and 5th NC guys are now respawned in and back in the fight and able to reinforce this line. But I mean, Union, at least on the CSA left, seems to be hitting a couple good shots. CSA not deflated good enough. I mean, Union's confident in it. At least they're doing it together as a team. Give them credit there.
I couldn't even fucking hit shit.
Well, at least 30th North Carolina did get the charge from Artie there in the end. Union Artie scatter. That's really funny. Union line starting to shift further forward here. I-Corps. Now the thing is, right, CSA, they have their defilade. Union kind of have a defilade on their side as well that they can use.
These Lorenz rifles suck shit. You're gonna have to aim with all your heart.
Artie's gonna be shooting.
That ticket gap's really closing out here. But Union's still first to hit engaged. I'm actually, I'm a little surprised how well these Union lines are holding. I mean, you do have Union starting to shift further left, trying to spread out to the center, maybe spread that CSA force out, but CQB is charging in. 15th Alabama and JD charging in as well. CSA just move off the rocks, not trying to hold the ground. I-Corps starting to run up and take shots as well. CSA to hit engage shortly. Don't say that. 6-7's not a funny meme. Not funny. Nope. CSA hit engage. I hate that meme. I'm a little surprised more of these Union guys back here aren't pushing up with the rest of their team. I mean, I-Corps is a little more of a shaky position, but 3rd Corps here and CQB, MB guys here as well. They've taken a nice little spot, and I mean, they're starting to turn this flank of the CSA team. We'll note, though, by Union guys pushing into the center, it has drawn CSA away from this left side, which is giving the Union troops over here at least an opportunity to do some damage.
The Van Halen of flute solo.
So I-Corps eventually will fall back. 15th Alabama spreading out in the open here a little bit.
Yeah, Eagle was watching us as that happened.
Well, I'm watching you now, too. I don't know what you're referring to. Hi.
Independent fire, guys. Independent fire.
But CSA left. It looks like they're refusing their line, or at least adjusting where they're at. That left falling back to where you got some caissons. 12th VAs pushed up to reinforce this, but I don't know if Union realizes if they shove more guys over here, they could really start rolling up this CSA left.
Please, only one line, so it doesn't block our view. Please, only one line.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright, pull it back, boys. Pull it back. That's 2 shots. Let's go. Move it back.
boys, pull it back, pull it back.
Fall back, Daddy Dans. Fall back, Daddy Dans. Dirty Dans, retreat.
So a minor fallback there, which Union's gonna... I-Corps getting close here. They're on the rocks. Goondog, the man, the myth himself. Running up, taking shots. I thought they were gonna push those rocks for a second. Union's got a really strong position on this right side right now. Looks like the 5th VA, 5th NH are still having fun over here. I'm surprised CSA, I mean, can understand 30th North Carolina looks like they're back from their Artie shenanigans. You can get why they're over here, because, I mean, if they shift left too far, their right could be open. Union could maybe run around that a little bit. I doubt Union's going to do that, though, especially considering they got a really good foothold on this CSA left. Tickets, though, still in CSA's favor. About a 1/4 of a stage.
Look at them, Dirty Dans.
Pull back.
Back to the new line.
I'm gonna skin me.
Spread out,
I'm gonna
spread out.
skin him good. I'm gonna make me some Yankee
Yes.
cracklings.
Make me some Yankees.
Union is starting to shift here. Union right collapses a little as 5th NC dives bomb the rocks here. A little flank here. Rip Ned.
Fuck you, bitch.
Good shot, Johnny Reb.
Oh my, that buck and ball got 3 guys. And CSA seeing that, banners are going to push up with 5th NC as an immediately reinforced. Union's now charging this out. CQB is first. Union must have overestimated how many CSA went in a flank. I don't know why you retreat then instantly charge back in there. But CSA will barely hold that in the end. I-Core guys starting to shift over. And now they're going to charge in. Union should take the rock. CSA, a couple reinforcements moving over.
Hey, they're counter-charging, watch out. Yo, what's good, buddy? Maybe next time don't reload in public. Up, there you are.
Kill these bitches. Kill these bitches. Kill this. Kill Zapstar. Rape Zapstar. Rape Zapstar. Rape Zapstar.
10th Tennessee tried to go in and assist. We won't be able to force Union off. They're not going to be able to hold these rocks, so good hold there on Union side. CSA still up on tickets nonetheless. So Union retains the right. You even have some starting to push up center here. Iron Brigade taking a very bold position. It's actually mostly 1st Delaware. Apologies there. It's probably the strongest the Union right side has been. JD is still holding down the center for the Union side. What? I don't know what 30th North Carolina is doing. Unless they cut in for a flank and hit JD on the side, I don't know what they're doing over here. Union's not pushing this side. I mean, maybe this is the CSA plan, having 30th North Carolina going there. But they should not. There's no need for them to hold these rocks. Union's shown their hand already for what they're doing. JD, though, is moving. If JD goes back to protect the artillery, they should not be doing that. Oh my goodness, they are. Oh, they do. JD does have some of their guys on artillery, which they're probably getting calls to help, but there is zero need for JD to be helping out the Arty right now. Arty's gonna. I mean, the thing is, most of the CSA defensive line is behind a defilade at this point. Union Arty might knock down some people, maybe get a kill, but most of the time they'll probably just miss. They're not easy shots from their position. There's no need to be wasting infantry resources, especially when your team is doing well over here. But 30th North Carolina is over here. Now they're running back, so I mean... Oh, I don't know what's going on over there. Yeah. The SA, maybe shifting, 5th NC.
Fuck. If
He
you
just
guys
went that
can
way.
hold the caissons, we'll go into the woods and flank their fire.
Oh, you want us to? Alright. Just.
They're probably talking in their voice chat.
Russell, if you go and hold the caissons, we'll come into the woods. We got rifles. We can flank them and shoot them in the lung.
You want us to hold the caissons? We all have buck and ball.
Yeah, but you can't push up. This map is not for buck and ball, brother.
But you told me that.
I might disagree with that.
I'm just letting you know, like, fucking, we need to shoot them at long with rifles.
I know, and we have half of our team on the right flank. Muster the rest of the fucking team.
Fucking shoot this guy.
Hey, I don't know if I ever went over the weapons of this map. Huh. CSA, if I say it again, oh well. 4th Louisiana, they have that regiment with the Enfield and Springfield 55. They have the 30th Virginia with the option of the Enfield, Springfield 55, and 42. So half a CSA team is buck and ball. And then the Union, on the other hand, both regiments, the 1st Massachusetts and the 2nd Wisconsin, have the Lawrence. Now, buck and ball, I think, is a great use for CSA on this map. Because Union's going to be pushing you up on the berm. I mean, CSA defensive position, right? They're defilated in a very slight hill here. Buck and ball's perfect because Union's going to have to push you. Buck and ball, I think, works on this map. But maybe... You could maybe argue, because CSA is kind of at a farther shooting distance right now, that maybe buck and ball is not good. And I could see that argument. But if Union's pushing up and trying to take the berm, Bucking Ball's probably going to be your first best bet. Anyways, this CSA team is slowly starting to fall back. Union's starting to overwhelm this CSA left. And again, as Dressel kind of said, you have a large portion of the CSA team. I mean, 2 core, 6 LA guys are on point. You got, I don't know where 30th North Carolina went. They might have moved in with the rest of their team. Looks like they have. Good for them. But yeah, CSA has spent a lot of forces charging the arty out and holding this center right side when this left side has been really struggling for a good portion of the game. Despite all this, looks like you got 5th NC going to try to flank around. Again, it's a nice flank. They don't have the numbers. And this is out of bounds for them, I think. And if it's out of bounds for me, it's usually out of bounds for the players in game. My out of bounds is like the... If it's inbounds for CSA, it's inbounds for me. If it's inbounds for Union, it's inbounds for me. So I can fly over both team spawns, but if it's out of bounds for both players, it's out of bounds for me. CQB, seeing this isn't a lot, they're going to charge that out.
It's all over, lawbreaker. Your spree is at an end.
I mean, they're going to get a couple of kills here. CSA still very, very slightly up on tickets. But as time has gone on, Union's starting to take advantage here. Looks like you got 30th North Carolina, though, maybe starting to run around to this flank. Seeing Union pop out there. I mean, I could maybe understand if you had a CSA force, like, right here. Because they're kind of flanking. It's a nice angle to have. That's kind of in the center. But when you're holding on this side shooting towards these guys, there's no need there. But most of the CSA team is kind of corralled into the center of this map, completely off of the hill. They are still capping the point because that artillery is there. But Union does kind of have a window there. 30th North Carolina. Kind of have a spot in the woods, flanking some shots here. And so if I'm Union, I mean, oh my goodness. Union can inch forward more if they want to, especially since they have the ground, especially getting up top here. But I mean, the Union could keep shooting this down too. There's so much time on the clock.
On Skibbity toilet, we're wiping them on GD and Skibbity.
Time for the skibbity. Time for the skibbity charge, boys. Get ready.
15th Alabama's going to charge CSA Arty.
Keep going, boys. Yo, what's good, Gooners? Howdy. Got the officer. Shit on.
So they're going to get a nice couple of kills here. Union right is charging in the woods. Bold. If they lose this CS, they could push up and take the flank back. 30th North Carolina being hit. 2 cores sitting behind for CSA. Now they're moving in. Oh, never mind. So Union win that charge there. Meanwhile, a mixture of charging has started to occur on the artillery, which, I mean, CSA can't lose the ground over here either. It's like Banners went in to try to help protect, which JD is now rushing in with a couple of guys and a flag, so Union's going to be able to take this. Union's still down on tickets despite all of this.
Go, up here, up here.
No more waiting.
Wipe him.
Get this officer first.
Did I spawn into?
Southeast.
With how well Union's doing, it really doesn't feel like Union should be down tickets. Really doesn't feel like it. CSA do eventually hold that left side. And, I mean, they might have a little bit of a window to go out and take this left, but they need numbers. 5th NC is pushing out, trying to get up on the rocks. Again, right? If they have numbers, I think they could maybe try to turn this Union line, but it looks like most of the CSA is not doing that. 2 Corps fell back, retreated there. 30th NC is rotating back to the center. Union should not early cap this right now. I-Corps guys are running through the point right now. But Union has, I mean, just zooming out here, Union's taken essentially the whole berm. Really good job from Union. CSA has to have a foothold on the berm, or else they're going to charge through open, which, here they go. 10th Tennessee is going in. I could hear Zapstar yelling out of the corner of my ear, and the front line reported that they need to take those caissons back, and so they're going to thrust through. If I were CSA, I would let Union early cap and try to push them to the last stand, because Union's holding on point for some reason.
Where's that fucking flag?
I'm sorry, too high. Fight like a man. You got a club. See, look at me. I'm kicking your ass. Dumbass. Wipe these woods.
Take it.
Get him, boy. Come on, Natty. What do you think you're doing? Trying to early cap, huh? Let's go. What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing, huh?
Right through! Momentum! Seizing! Kill!
Maybe CSA was thinking they're not going to early cap. We're getting very close to breaking. We need to go in. It's a very good line of thought from the CSA side as well. They do push through, though, and they do take back the caissons. They do get 1 flag down. 15th Alabama is kind of caught in a pincer right now as 30th North Carolina hits them on the front. 15th Al turns around.
Oh, yeah, you better taste this 3rd Corps. Come here, this is 3rd Corps.
I don't know if I would say you're about to taste 3rd Corps as you're being completely Hey, oh well, it happens. Anyways, that's 1 Union flag down. That's definitely a start, progress anyways for CSA here as both sides hit breaking. CSA has taken the point back and does kind of have a foothold back on the hill defensive position here. Union still kind of has that flank though. CSA's got to find a way to get a ticket lead here and to get all the Union flags down. Is that the bread flag? No way.
Hear a wolf around here. Wolf, tell me what to do.
Hold here, boys. Just keep up that independent fire. Straight south by southwest. Light them the motherfuckers up. Good shit, Zap. Good shit, brother.
Oh, yeah!
10th Tennessee, the
High praise the 12th and the 10th!
Holy shit, that was a hell of a fight.
Come on, boys. Lock them fucking flags on the fucking ground, Tennessee.
So, Union on this Union right has pushed up. They're starting to get into the caissons. They look very thin. They got a lot of their team spawning main. I guess that, I mean, a good amount did get wiped in that charge. Only 1 flag, though, down. Union's starting to fall back a little here. Which, time for Union is not an issue right now.
Copy.
Yes, sir.
All in the trees northbound, boys. Stop spawning in and going out there.
And I mean, if only CSA knew that there were so few Union here. Oh, man. They could retake the whole berm, and that'd be real good for them. Be real good. They do see, though, Union starting to back off the caissons a little bit. 12th VA's pushing forward.
Yeah, fuck you. Come here. Come here. Pull back, bitch. Pull back, bitch. Bitch ass boy. Bitch.
But Union main spawns outside of maybe a regiment or so have showed back up to this position. 12th VA and 10th Tennessee pushed up. I-Corps guys pushing in.
Good work, guys. That's what you are. You stink.
And CSA gets routed immediately. I really like the attempt, though, from 12th VA and 10th Tennessee, though. It's a real good idea to try to take that burn. Unfortunately, too late, not enough numbers. But ticket's still overall fairly even. And zooming out, a good chunk of the CSA team is not... is kind of off the point here. You still got CSA holding the right there. It's good that they took that back. But Union's starting to send a couple guys to get on point here. I-Corps is moving there with some MB guys. They're on point. It does... I don't know how far it extends this way, the point. Actually, I guess it extends through that artillery a little bit. JD's pushing up. And JD is going to start capping this point here. CSA is probably going to mass charge in a second, I assume. If Union caps, right now they win the game. Union, though, not really intending to cap the point. Obviously they want to, but it looks like they want to charge CSA out. CSA fall back immediately. Union's going to be able to pick up that down 4th flag.
Oh, I got it.
CSA starting to move. Here they go, 12th BM front.
Damn it, the Greek Notre Dame. Natty, no. What do you mean run? Get your ass back here, Yank.
Union team kind of forming up on the caissons on the left here. You still got some Union off to the right. CSA is going in very scattered. Why is half the CSA team just not going in here? 2 corps going in right now. I don't know why Sussy Brigade guys are holding back here right now. They're going in very late. Union have a ticket lead, still capping the point. Union now charging in. That's a heck of a shot from Union already. I didn't know they could hit over the berm like that. And Union's gonna get a win here. I mean, really good job from Union. They've done a strategy that hasn't been really done before. It seemed like it's a strategy that could work. They initially tried it. CSA reacted beautifully and curb stomped the Union out of that position. But then Union kind of formed up again. They spread out a little bit. CSA returned to their original positions, and then Union collapsed in really quickly on the CSA left. And for most of the round, most of the CSA, or a good portion rather, of the CSA team was just sitting on that right side. Union took the flank, and it's really rough for CSA when you don't have any flank at all, or any like defilade to stay in. I mean, right? When Union's on your flank, that's terrible. So really good job to Union on the strategy. I really liked it. I hope we see that more on this map. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel more, go beneath the video, hit the join button. By doing so, you get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do with no ads. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. If you're playing in this event, whether recording or live stream, send me a link. I'll put it in the pinned comment. Other stuff in the description like Discord and our clips channel. Anyways, I appreciate you all. Could not do this without you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your night.